Okay, it's time for a sit-down video to review your poll answers. We'll start as we mean to go on from the very beginning. The first question was, what was the original second channel called? You had three options of Fasteroute 90 train film, Fabe's automated announcements, and none of the above. 17% of people got the answer wrong. 24% were close, but 59% of you, whoever you are, got it right. Fasteroute 90 train film was the original second channel way back from 2012. It still sits today, but I'm unable to access it. Yay! Right, hang on, I seem to have broken something before I even started. Here we go. Which video led you to the channel? If other, state in the comments. Well, the comments are pretty self-explanatory, really. The answers are Carlton Station level crossing, where those two people got stuck, which was a Skype video. Do not run the risk at level crossings. I ain't using a stinking bridge, or other. If I just find the answers off screen... Hang on. We have the most popular video turning out to either be appearing in the recommended section, or being the I ain't using no stinking bridge, which that video sits on just over 11,500 views because that got onto the BBC. Next, let's go to, do you prefer light or dark mode? Light all the way, or dark like my soul? Most people have gone the right way with dark. Light mode is disgusting. Who uses any application in light? Another general one to try and get onto the subscriptions page and pull more people in. Summer or winter? Personally here, I would go for winter depending on weather conditions. Because you can have a warm winter. You can have a freezing cold summer. But that wasn't evaluated on this question. Let's go for the next basic one. Of which do you prefer, recording in the daytime or recording at night but in a decent lit area? This one was kind of split because, well, my answer anyway, daylight you've got all the light you need in the world, but in a decently lit area at night you're kind of still in the day but someone's just thrown a sheet on top of the area you're at, but where you're at is still lit. That's one way to think about it. Another simple one, but also controversial. Android versus iOS. Android won that one. Don't know how, but there we go. Do you prefer channels posting... Flipping hell, where did we go? Here we are. Channels posting edited videos or hundreds of single clips a week. This can kind of be a backdated question thing, because some channels did, in the day, up to 2 years ago, post up to 100 videos a week, so I thought this question would be quite suited. Edited, of course, won the chart, but single followed way far behind. Next we've got, what's your top search out of the two? Videos of movements at railway stations or videos of movements at level crossings? Again, on this you can be kind of split in whichever way you want, depending on what your search result ended up being. Here was a general observation one. If you could purchase any top-of-the-range phone, what would it be? Surprisingly, people below said that, where are we? Android was the best operator, but further up, about a week later, said they preferred to get an iPhone. I think you're a little bit confused, but whatever. Here's one. Do you prefer live streams or pre-recorded trains out of videos? Pre-recorded won that one, but there's been a lot more live streams appear during the latest lockdown. Strange that. Even I've partaken in that. Nothing important to do with this. What's your preferred level crossing? Oddly, a foot crossing won this one. I've no idea how, because not many people actually film at them. Most people think they were just a waste of time. Mind you, so some people, but we'll leave that point there. Still don't know how a foot crossing got it though. If you get past self-advice, what would you say? Let me pull up the answers separately so I'm not ruining the screen setup I've got. 1 second. I have it here somewhere. Where is it? Here we are. So most people said that they would start filming at a lot younger of an age and not to take any shite from people because you're better than they are. That's just 2 off that. Right, this one I thought would do because this is what 2020 was kind of about. If your phone was using you, what would you do? Why would anybody ever forget and hope it doesn't happen again? Because that's a circle that's just going to keep spinning. Of course, you'd get rid of them. Don't be bloody stupid. Right, here's one. How long have you been following the channel? 2012, when it roughly started properly. 2013, 14, 15, or 16. 2016 or later got this. Maybe that was from recommended. Here's another general one. Thinking ahead, what would you do with your life? Pursue an online career, find a job to fit your skill set, if someone comes in volunteering, or join a family business. On this, the family business took an extremely slow start and didn't appear within the first 48 hours. But on this one, at the moment, the way we are in society anyway, you'd be lucky to find any job whatsoever. If you do, still be straight on furlough. You ever made a decision based on something and later regretted it? Yes, of course, I know I'm perfect. Well, nobody's perfect, so you lied on that one. Yes, of course, is obviously the best answer. If you're an active subscriber, this was kind of hit or miss, but I thought I shouldn't really stick no, because what's the point in sticking a proper no answer? Does a certain amount of subscribers matter to you? They're more the merrier, I love numbers, and not as long as people watch, I'm not bothered. On that though, why were such channels deciding to buy 800 subscribers over like 3-4 years ago if they weren't bothered about statistics? Makes you think, doesn't it? We'll skip over some of these that are default answers now, and just go for the rest of these. O was 2020, bearing in mind half the year was completely normal, excellent or shite. People thought it were crap. But those that thought it was excellent was probably the ones doing all the taunting. Right, this one. I've had numerous Instagram messages about this one, but I thought I could potentially pull people into the comments to say exactly what they thought. So this was an open-ended one with the option for people to speak out. That was the idea behind that one. Do you have a personal preference for equipment? That would just leave it below. East or West Coast Mainline? East Coast Mainline 1, because it's something about it. I'd say busy, but no. Would you consider yourself brutally honest? Yes, I'm incredibly brutal or not. I wouldn't tell anyone the full truth. The 24% is the ones that hide everything. Put it this way, as a general outside sort of view, not knowing who the 24% is because it doesn't tell me. The 24% could be the most dodgiest people in the land, or they could be your best friend. Who knows? I'll leave you to think on that. Purple sheet time came back again. I broke down. A 170 came. Has to be organised. Here's one. Would you rather real-time trains on all the numbers or none at all? Orders online spotting is better than going out. Got 82%, and 18 was none. It ruins the fun. It ruined the fun before, but then you wanted all the information available. Thanks, Canva. Would you ever change your channel name? Yes, I want to copy everyone else. No, I mean something or possibly. This was an open-ended question again, because at this point, many channels were changing the name willy-nilly, and you were thinking like, oh yeah, I want a piece of that action. So people just bloody followed suit. So that's how that one went. You can see New E to Islamic Baton there. Do you have to mentally prepare yourself something, you can just get on with it? Again, this one just is relevant to the current society, because the way we've been thrown about, how you're expected to get on with something because you don't know what you're walking into now. It's a whole different world all of a sudden. Do you prefer larger or smaller groups? Smaller one, because of course the less people there are somewhere, the less stupid it'll look. So let's say, for example, there's nothing special happening, but there's 15 people gathered in one place. It'd look stupid. It'd look completely stupid to have them 15 people all gathered in one place for no particular good reason. This again was just a random question because it was in every single comment section at the time. Which is better, cheap Yodel or expensive eating? And that one kind of took itself where it wanted to go, because as we saw over at Barmouth, the yodel arm that was there on one side was faulty within 11 months, which is why I put prone to water damage and easy to break. But then if we click read more, we also have the E2S not as cheap and prone to faults when tampered with. We heard Barmouth saying warning more than one train. We've had the same at Hunmanby and East Dean. They're the only three I've known to have that fault. Places like Cantley were installed as such. But so that ended up going. It's a strange one, that. Which for manual gates or automatic full barriers, this was a very narrowed down question to not split the vote too much. Manual gates would be Sleaford West, Swinderby, Woodcroft near Peterborough, to name a couple. Or automatic full barriers would be anything else that operates itself only. Most people thought it should go completely automatic. What's this one? Commentary or none? People prefer commentary because you know what's happening. Although I left the second option there because of a mate that works every now and again for TPS Rail, who just uses videos to get Betty buys. Can't say I blame him. I use ASMR, mate. How many accounts are on this website? Again, this question was because during the last year, there was literally 20 to 30 accounts linked to one person. And those said accounts are probably still lingering around like I'd say a bad disease, but it's very insensitive. Let's just say like a really horrible person. Some of them stick around for years. So, as soon as this poll was released, 5 or more shot straight up. But now has been overtaken by 2. This was just a complete general observation question. So, like, you could have 2, your main and backup. You could have 3, main, backup, and just complete extra spare channel, whatever you're doing with it. Some people only have 1. I suppose that's fair. But then most people I know have at least 2. But hit or miss. Right, again, this one was specifically relevant again to 2020. And as we can see, 7% of people are here for the sake of supposedly being funny. But nobody's laughing at them. Nobody's laughing with them. They're laughing at them. There we go. I had to get my words out there. And the absolute latest one during the 2022 re-signalling project. Which upgrade do you think will be finished first? Highcombe or Swinderby? The dates at the minute are thrown throughout the whole of 2022, so nobody knows their left hand from their right. Nobody knows the Highcombe from the Swinderby in regards to when the completion might be. But that was reviewing your answers. It might have been incredibly boring for some, or interesting for those who wanted the answers. This wasn't a compulsory watch. It was just to mark through these answers, so there was some video for it. Let's hope the quality's worked because I'm not recording this again. Thank you for joining us to review your answers if you've even bothered to arrive. Quite frankly, it doesn't bother me. Make sure you filled out your tax form so you don't get a pay cut. You have to be 18 plus in order to do this. You also have to be 18 plus in order to make any money off the website under your own name. But thank you for joining. We'll see you with some normal things as time goes on through the rest of the month and onwards through 2021. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.